You rolling? You rolling? You are rolling. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are going to be doing a drugstore favorites, what's in my drugstore bag. So yeah, let's get right into it. All right, so first I'm going to be taking the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. That's a mouthful. Poreless Putty Primer. Alright, so this primer is a little thicker, so I'm just going to be putting it kind of in my T-zone and where my pores are a bit bigger. Just like that, and then I'm just to rub it in. For the prices and everything, I will put them either on this side or this side. You will see now what side I picked. So I'm just going to be doing a full face of drugstore today, so that's awesome because I know a lot of us don't like to spend that much money on makeup, and I totally agree. I totally understand. All right. So next I'm going to be taking the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow foundation. It's a medium to full coverage foundation depending on what your preference is. So for me, this is a bit more full because I am a light to medium coverage. So this is very full coverage for me personally. A lot of people do this step differently. You can put it on the back of your hand, dab it on, put it on your fingers, dab it on, but I like to do this. All right, let's blend that out. Also, sorry about the birds. They are very chatty today. Very chatty. All right, you see that blended out very, very nicely. So I'm going to put a bit more on just to show you, that it is buildable. Ooh. There we go. All right. So as for concealer goes, I consider this drugstore only because it is pretty affordable. I love the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. The coverage on this is amazing. So I like to use this concealer to cover any little pimples that decided to show up today, or anywhere that I want just a bit more spot conceal. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, and then like as for under eyes goes, I like a bit of a brighter concealer. So right now I'm taking the Maybelline, this one. I don't know the name, it doesn't have. And just put a little bit under my eyes to brighten that up. Like that. They say this one compares to the NARS. I think it's creamy concealer, NARS creamy concealer. If I'm wrong, I'll put it over here. And then I'm going to blend that out. Perfect. This is a bit of a, not sheer, light coverage concealer. And then next I'm going to be setting with the Fit Me translucent powder.
Was that like that the whole time?
All right, perfect. I love that setting powder. They do also have that powder in shades as well, so if you want more of a foundation powder, perfect. That will be perfect. I could do a video on that if you want me to, that powder, and see how it wears. Just leave a comment down below if you would like to see that. So next I'm going to be doing brows, and for me I like to have my brows, I like to powder my brows instead of a pencil. If a pencil's all I have, that's perfect, but I do love a powder because I do, as you can see, have naturally full and fluffier brows. Yes, I am very blessed. I am very thankful for them. So I'm going to be taking the e.l.f. Eyebrow kit. So in here there is a powder and there is a wax, but or a, what is it, gel? But I do just stick with the powder. So let's see. This looks a bit light, but we'll see. Ooh, you see that pigment? That is good for a freaking drugstore. I didn't expect it to be that full coverage. Full coverage. Pigmented. So I do love to just brush out the product on a spoolie just to make it more even and see if there's any more areas I do need to fill back in. Perfect. All right, and then a trick that I'm going to teach you is that you can extend your brow just a little bit and it'll make it a bit more finished. Perfect, see? Just that little bit right there. Just past the brow hairs. Just extend the brow hair just a little bit. This color matches pretty nicely, actually. We'll see on camera. In person, it matches pretty good. This is in the shade medium, I believe, the medium tone. This product was actually the first brow product that I used, like when I was doing makeup on myself, and I couldn't afford like a Benefit powder. This is the powder I use actually. So when I picked it back up, I knew that it would be good, but I forgot how good it was. Right, as you can see, brows take a bit longer. But that's okay. That's a very precise thing you need to do. And personally, I like to gel my brows. What is this called? Yeah, brow gel. I like to put brow gel in my eyebrows because I like the fluffy look. And also, brow gel just helps them stay in place. So, you know, sometimes you walk over and you're like, what happened to my brow? Because your brow hair is all crazy. This will help. So this is the e.l.f. Clear brow gel and lash mascara, but brow gel perfect. See that I'm brushing my brow hairs up because I like that fluffy brow. Your style might be a little bit different, and that's okay. Like I have said before, makeup is really personal preference, so what you like, it may be different from you than from me, and I need to sneeze. No, it didn't come. It said, not today. It'll probably come later. All right, so now I'm going to be moving on to my eyes and eyeshadow. So instead of buying a new eye primer, I'm just going to put the same e.l.f. one on that I use for my face. Something in my eyeball. Perfect. All right, now I'm going to be taking the Milani, I think it's the Milani Most Wanted eyeshadow palette. I think is what the name is called. So this eyeshadow palette is a matte. I can't get this open. So first I'm just going to be taking this shade right here and putting that in my crease. So I'm using windshield wiper motions, as you can see right there in this crease right here. One thing I do wish this had a mirror on it. If this had a mirror on it, it would be perfect. As you can see, that deepened my crease just a bit. And then I'm going to do this side. So that's just like kind of our base color right there on our crease. Next I'm going to be adding this deeper brown right here. This is pigmented, so make sure that you go in with a light hand. See how much color that just put on? And really blend it out. Oh, let me tell you what I'm doing. So I put that in the outer corner, so kind of like right here, and then kind of blended that into the crease, as you can see, which is deepened the eye, made it a bit smoky, and just really blend that out. Or leave it if you like it a bit more noticeable. For me, I like it to be a little more blurred. Was there pink on this brush? Am I seeing pink? Let me see. Oh no. Yeah, so look at that. Boom, boom. This is great for the price. And they have different selections of colors too. All right. For me, I do like that, but I'm going to be going back into that first shade that I already used just to blend it out a bit more. And I'm going to be using like a fluffier, more spread out brush than the first one. See, that lightened it just a bit, just a little bit. Right there in that crease. And kind of just blend out that right there. Perfect. What do you guys think? Good? So next I'm just going to be taking on another brush. I keep using this brush. This is a NYX professional makeup brush. I don't know. Oh, it says 16. Is that right? I don't know. I'll put it right here. I absolutely love this brush. Every time I go to do eye makeup, I grab this one. It's soft. It's like nice synthetic hairs. It's just so good. Fits right there in the crease. I've had this for I don't know, probably 4 years. One of the best brushes. NYX has really good brushes. That took me a while to find a brush. I probably cut because it took me like a good 2 minutes to find a brush I wanted to use. So next I'm just gonna go into this shade as well as this pink shade and kind of mix them a little. And I'm just gonna put that right here on my lid, but not all the way over, just right before that brown to lighten that up. And I'm gonna add a bit more pink because I think it's a bit bright for my liking. There we go. So yeah, just mix those two at first. I'm kind of using a flat shader brush right now. All right, and then I'm gonna go back into that brown and mix them. And just make sure that's all, make sure that's all blended. Very natural eye today using this palette. It's really great for being drugstore. I love Milani. Milani is great. They have a great foundation, great full coverage foundation. I used that a lot when I was a bit younger, just to cover my acne that I was having because I didn't want a lot of steps in the morning. So the Milani, I'll put a picture, this one. It's like their foundation concealer mix. So good. If you want a video, leave it down below because it is a really good foundation. All right, so I think that's it for the eyes. Itchy. For the top of the eyes. Now I'm going to be taking my mascara and my lash curler, of course. This is the Lash Sensational Full Fan Effect in black. Ooh, I need a mirror. All right, and then I'm gonna pop this on and come right back. All right, so that's about 2.5 coats on each eyelash. Looks pretty good, really made them look a lot longer than they actually are. So before I do bottom mascara, I'm gonna go in with this Milani again. If I could get it open. Oh, okay. And then I'm just gonna take those browns on a bit of a, just a buffer, I don't want to use that one. On a small taper brush, and take those browns and line it right under the eye, right in this area. I'm gonna use a smaller brush. So now I'm just taking that concealer brush again and kind of cleaning that up. Perfect. See how I kind of smoked it out a little bit? That's perfect. If you're going for just like a daytime look, you don't have to do this, but just smoking that out right under that lash line, making it a bit darker, is perfect just to touch up your makeup from the morning to night, to make it a bit more smoky. All right, now I'm gonna go in that bottom lash, get that bottom lash with the same mascara. This mascara is nice because the bristles on one side are a bit longer and the other side are shorter. I don't know if you can see, but that's perfect to get right there in that bottom lash. This is a random question, but do you guys ever have like good lash days and bad lash days? Like, you know, sometimes your lashes are clumping literally like perfectly, they're like all even, and then some days it's like, because that's kind of how my day's going. Like, this lashes look good. These are a little bit not looking how I would like them. Next, I'm going to be finishing the face, and then we'll pop the lip on, and then we'll be done. So, I'm going to go in with this Physicians Formula Butter Bronze, and this is in the lightest shade. It's in light bronze. You know, everyone uses it. I smell it because it smells like, I don't know, it smells like freaking, like, I want to say tanning salons, but that sounds really bad. It just smells like beachy. It smells like summer. Alright, if you can still hear her, I'm sorry, but I'm just going to add it on the same side, like I was saying. The, adding your bronzer right up here, that's where the sun hits, so that's naturally where you're a little more tan. In the hollows of your cheeks, obviously that's to make your cheeks look more thin and raise those cheekbones, and then obviously dragging it right under your jawline accentuates that jawline. So basically you're making a 3 on your face. So like, I really like to get just a little bit under my brush. You probably can't even see it on camera, and build, because you don't want to have to start all over again because your bronzer is too harsh. So I like to add just a bit more in my cheekbones to really accentuate my cheekbones. I have very high cheekbones naturally, but we like to slim them out a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see. Looks good. And if you do find it to be a little bit like, whoa, in your face, just take your foundation brush and just kind of, you know, blend it out like you would. I'm not going to do it because I think it looks pretty good. So now I'm going to be going into blush. The Milani Berry and More, maybe. It's a baked blush. For me, this, oh look, there's a little brush in here. I don't recommend using the brushes that it comes with, because this, now what are you going to do with this blush brush? It's not fluffy enough, you know? I like to use a fluffy brush, or even more fluffier than this, but this one is perfect. It has a bit on there, but that's okay. It's just a dirty brush. Sorry guys, I don't clean my brushes every time I use them. So this blush is a bit more, kind of more orangey than I normally do, but that's okay. I know a lot of people like to keep their blush right there on the apples of your cheeks. Don't do that. Bring it up kind of towards your ear, the top of your ear right here, to really accentuate that cheekbone, really pull it back to give you a more slimmer face. I do that technique even if I am not, even if I'm not wearing bronzer, because it does give you that snatched look that everyone is looking for.
Let me fix this ratchetness on my head.
All right, so next we're going to be going into highlights. So for me, personally, I like to mix my highlights. I did in the last video. These are the Wet n Wild highlight powders. They're very good, very pigmented. They have 4 shades, I believe. So I'm going to be mixing the both of them. This one's more, as you can kind of see, a little bit more of like a pink iridescent look, whereas this one is, oh, why can't I open anything? A bit more gold, as you can see. The print in that is like beautiful. The press, gorgeous. Like I said, I'm just gonna take this brush and I'm just gonna mix the two. How's it looking? Good? I think it looks good. I love this brush for highlight. This is a, ooh, my handle, e.l.f. highlighting brush. I'll put the price, because I didn't buy this one recently. I've had this for a while. The e.l.f. brushes are really good, actually, for the price point. e.l.f. is a really good brand. They are killing it lately. This highlight is very, very natural and subtle, but you can build it up. I'm sure if I wet my brush with some setting powder, I'm sure it would look gorgeous. And a bit more high popping in your face, kind of like my last video, which you know I love.
There's that sneeze, guys. Ugh.
Okay, so sorry about that, guys. My phone was like,
You don't have enough storage.
so I had to go in and delete some things, but that's fine. We are almost done. That's it for highlight. Looks pretty good. In my opinion, looks good. Looks good. So this is a Milani lipstick in shade Naked. I'm just gonna add that right to my lips and then we will be done. This pigment on this lipstick is gorgeous. That is so pretty. It's a very, very natural dark pink. It's very creamy too, very like malleable, is that the word? This is the final look. What do you guys think? I think it looks really good. My nose is running. I gotta go catch it. Anyway, for my allergies, but I think this looks pretty good. What are you guys thinking? I really like this lip color. I'm glad I picked this one. I was going in between this one and a lighter one, but girl, this is cute. This is cute. All right, so that is all for this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe and leave a comment down below on what your favorite drugstore product is so that maybe I can try it and we can see, or any other products from the drugstore you would like me to try. Leave it in the comments below so that I know, so I can try that out for you. See you guys next time. Bye guys, thanks for watching.